Well, that's great. I just spent 50 seconds of talking to myself and no one could hear me because I didn't add myself into the stream. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ham Radio DX. It's Hayden VK7HH here tonight. Thank you for joining in. Well, that was embarrassing. I don't even know how to run my own show, so that's just the way it goes here sometimes, doesn't it? So tonight we've got Chris ZL4RA, who has the YouTube channel Radio Runner, relatively new YouTuber, ham radio expert. He is doing some SOTA videos, and so we'll be checking his channel out a little bit later on, and we'll just be having a little bit of Australian and New Zealand banter going on, I'm sure, and we'll talk a little bit about that for our overseas viewers who probably don't quite understand the rivalry there. Before we start, though, I wanted to do a couple of shout-outs. One was to a couple of shout outs to our new members of the channel. If you haven't already, below here, just here, there's a join button on my page. If you would like to become a channel member of Ham Radio DX, you'll get certain perks. Check that out if you haven't already done so. So welcome to VK Radio, who joined 1 day ago. Thank you very much for becoming a contest station channel member. And I'd also like to say hello to VK Radio Ham, who joined 7 days ago. He is a QRP operator on that level. Simon Paul, who joined 2 months ago, QRP operator. Chip Eckhard, I think your name is, a QRP operator as well, who joined 2 months ago. So thank you to all my channel members who have joined. And yeah, once again, if you haven't already done so, please check that out. We've got the No Code Tech. Hey mate, good to see you. Good to see you as well, and you have just arrived just in time. Well, you had plenty of time because I was chatting for 50 seconds by myself and not realizing what I'm doing. So that's, I guess that's live streaming for you. Let's welcome Chris. How are you, Chris? Radio Runner.
Hey man, I am good. What's going on?
Nothing much. We just decided today that we'd get together and have a bit of a chat and talk radios and SOTA and everything else.
Yeah, that's it.
We're actually surprisingly closely. Well, we're fairly close as far as the crow flies. We're not that far from each other. We're just across a small stretch of water.
Basically brothers, mate. We're like it's nothing. You're basically in my house. What is that? 1,000 k's? Something like that.
I'm just stuck on brothers. That's a revelation. Like.
Well, we can talk about it after the stream. Maybe now is not the right time for a family feud.
Well, for honesty, like we actually have only just corresponded over the last few days, so that's really jumped up in the world.
Yeah,
where are you? You're in Queenstown, aren't you?
Mm.
Yes,
I think it must be like 12. Where is that? That's a great question.
I'm trying to find it on the South Island. It's not coming up on Google Earth.
Look for that funny Harry Potter lightning bolt shaped lake. Oh, Whakatapu. You got it?
Yes. That's we do like that. Thank you for demonetizing my channel inadvertently.
Oh, there's a lot. There must surely use.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. Why can't I find?
We're 30 seconds in, mate. We'll give it another couple of minutes, and then we'll be demonetized.
Yeah. Oh, there's Queenstown. There we go. It's just popped up. Let me share my screen. And so that for the benefit of viewers, we can show you exactly where we are in relation to each other. Not in relation as in blood relation.
Stop it.
There we go. 1,700 kilometers. So I am on a little island called Tasmania, and you're on a bigger island called the South Island.
Yeah, much bigger, bud.
Yep. I did see an interesting thing today, which had New Zealand fits in pretty much the whole of Europe, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sort of deceptively long, eh? When you you've got this like this
really
thing going on,
going on. Yeah. Like, I mean, we've got all this land. Like, we've just got
I know. Look at that
room.
Cracker.
This is amazing. Look, it's on a bit of an angle though. What's going on there? There we go.
That's a funny thing, mate.
But yeah, I'm in Tasmania, and you're in ZL4. Is that the furthest call? So your call areas start at the top, don't they? So you got ZL1 at the top. ZL, what, 2 is about here, I think, the south of the North Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It runs.
3 and
So
4.
you've got so you basically can cut both those islands in half. Just across the just sideways, and then you've got geez, that's the weirdest angle of the country I've ever seen, mate. That looks like we're sinking. We're going to have to alert Jacinda because something's gone horribly wrong here. Now the country looks like a gun. Please stop it.
Well, see, Jacinda is a big fan of the show, and she has written in before. And
100%. No, I have no doubt, mate.
And she's just said to me, "Look, you got to get Chris on because he's just, he represents what the greatest parts of what New Zealand are." So.
I couldn't agree more, mate. She's the most honest PM we've ever had,
Yeah.
And that just goes to show.
What are they?
I think that's PM, honest PM.
Yeah, honest PM.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's just one of those vacuous words, mate, that doesn't actually mean anything, apparently. But let's not... I probably shouldn't have mentioned the name of a politician because now we're definitely demonetized.
Oh, no. And this is...
But we're at minute 2, mate. This is minute 2,
right.
so it's fine.
That's right. And this is a show purely about radio. We just need YouTube to remember that. This is just purely about radio. Nothing to do with politics on here.
That's it.
And so you've got... Now, I know that ZL7 exists because I've seen a ZL7. So what happened to ZL5 and 6? Like, where are they?
So the main call block is in North Island, South Island, and Stewart Island. And then there's ZL all kinds of funky business in the islands. These funky islands out to the east and out to the south and stuff. They just get there's like I think I'm not.
I think
I'm
that's,
not an
that's
expert,
ZL. I believe that's ZL7. That's where I've seen. I think ZL7DXA is his call sign before, and I've worked.
Actually, I bet you I can tell you.
Yeah.
You stand by, mate. I'll use a little bit of science, a little bit of Google foo, and momentarily we'll know the answer to that question.
That's unbelievable. Who would have thought?
I'm going to jump onto the SOTA Atlas, which breaks regions down by calls, and I bet you that's how they've done it. But
you can share your screen too if you
come on, mate.
We do have the technology.
Yeah, that's a great way to break everything, is to get me to do that. Actually, for some reason, it's I should have loaded this before.
That's all right. While you're
just
doing that,
forever, mate. It's just
while you're doing that, we do have a friend of the show. Oh dear, I'll let you pronounce that. Kawanda Pardus. Those ZL stopped doing number / part of the country thing recently. Oh, did they? ZL4KYH in Wellington.
They might mean they might mean that you don't actually, because I've only had my ticket for 3 years. And I don't think there was, even though I'm in the South Island and I'm in the bottom of the South Island, I don't think there was any requirement for me to take that block, to take a ZL4. I could have been a ZL1. If I wanted to be super, super special, I could have taken a ZL1. I kind of like the idea of having like an indicative call. I think it's kind of cool. It keeps things orderly, but I'm sure other people have different opinions, and that's totally cool. So yeah, man, the Chathams are ZL7.
Yep. The
Kermadecks are ZL8, and the sub-Antarctic territories are ZL9.
Oh wow!
So those are the SOTA summits on the air associations. I presume they're exactly the same. I presume for the calls that live there. And you said a ZL7 was a Chatham Island. Yeah. So perfect. Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, it's interesting, the whole call sign to prefix number thing. We do the same thing here in Australia, where ours is allocated by the state that you live. It actually goes by postcode. So we've got 4-digit postcodes here, and the first number of the postcode designates generally where your call sign runs. So here in Tasmania, we're 7 because we're in the 7,000 range. Victoria 3, 3,000. New South Wales 2, 2,000, etc., etc. But recently, the Australian Communications and Media Authority said that they were dropping that, so that if you initially get an amateur radio license, then you'll still be allocated a call sign based upon your current location. But if you move to another state, then you're not required to change your call sign. So that sort of brings in the call sign for life type arrangement that they've also got going, whereby it doesn't matter if you're a foundation, a standard, or advanced, you can keep the same call sign the entire way through. So interesting. It does affect, and it is a bit of an annoyance to some people. I personally like it because you can tell where you're talking to, but
Yeah,
you know.
I can, at the same time, I can totally Yeah. I mean, it's at the same time, it's sort of, you kind of feel like you own your call, right? Until until you pop your clogs, it's kind of, you want your call. And if especially if you're someone that moves a whole bunch, like can you imagine how annoying that would be, bouncing around and you're operating and you've got so many calls and you had to hand them back in and get new ones and wait for all that, the wheels to spin on that kind of jazz. But stuff's changed quite recently for you guys, eh? Because you've got the F prefix on your calls and stuff. What's it doing with that?
So that got dropped. So what happened?
Got dropped.
Yeah. So initially, what we had was we had foundation licensees when that license class came into effect back in 2013, I think. I can't remember when that came in. No, it's earlier than that. No, it's like 2008, 2009. When that came in, the foundation licensees were given 4-letter F calls, and that was at the time where they weren't allocated digital. They weren't allowed to do digital modes. So because of the limitations around digital modes and how much you can put into your call sign, as far as how many characters you can have in a call sign, that became a problem. So then they dropped that requirement, and now it's just abolished altogether. So those that still have F calls, they can keep them. That's fine. But if they want to upgrade to another call sign, a 3-letter call sign, they can pick pretty much whatever 3-letter call sign they want. And then 2-letter call signs, so the ones such as mine, they stay the same. So they're advanced licensees only. So yeah, it's all a bit of a hot debate at the moment. Adam G says, yes, I've had calls in VK2, 3, 5, and 6 due to moving for work. So
what a pain, eh? Feel for you, man. That's a pain.
And I guess that you say, if you're visiting and it's not your area that you live, you say portable, but
especially for, sorry, mate.
Oh, I was just going to say, Wild Cascadia Radio, I just wanted to do a shout out to her, I believe. I think you've changed your screen name. You might want to tell me if you have or not. Listening while driving. I'm glad that you're listening and not watching, because that's we don't advocate watching our awesome show while driving. Anyway.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. They're all over the place, man. On Twitter and everything. Thank you. So what was especially, I was just going to say, especially with CW, changing your call is such a pain because you don't even think about it. You don't even hear it. You don't speak it. Your hand just does it. It's just muscle memory thing. So you're sitting there working at 20 or 25 or 30 words a minute, and you dropped like a 3 instead of a 4. Man, what a pain. So I think that's So you guys,
doesn't affect me too much.
I
need to learn CW.
Yeah, well, the end of your call sign's just a barrel of monkeys, mate. It's a machine gun. You got the machine gun suffix. Yeah. Oh, there's a great call. There's a really good SOTA call. VK5HAA. That's that's lovely. You've got that. So you got You've got 5 dits, and then H. Oh, I messed that up. You know what I mean? You've got 9 dits in a row. Awesome. That guy's he works for me all the time. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but just some calls are stunning.
HH Yeah.
Yeah, HAA. And for you it's whole. If you were you should have gone to VK5, mate. Then you would have just been full machine gun, just dits. Anyway, for anyone that doesn't understand, that's totally cool. And some call signs are just a bit of a mess. Well, not a mess, but they're not super. They can be hard, right? They can be hard to figure
Peter
out.
VK3YE said there's also VK5 EEE.
Oh, geez.
That's
Pete. Oh, no way.
That would be
Peter's amazing.
Actually, Peter's put a question. He's posed a question that he wants me to ask you in the chat, which I will put up very shortly.
Oh, no way.
But yeah, that's an interesting one. So what's that? But no, I can do my call sign. Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, I can do it. You
welcome
can't do it, but I can do your calls.
Welcome to the Friday CW show with
yeah. Well, we do it with our faces, and it's really cool.
Well, yeah, and next week we'll be doing it with a bench. I don't know if you can hear that, but
best case, mate. Best case. I'm glad you went with the bench, mate.
Oh dear, dear, dear. While we take a short pause, I do want to say that this show is sponsored by Bunnings Warehouse. Lowest
Great
prices
talk,
just
man.
the beginning. So if you guys load this video
Awesome.
later and see any Bunnings adverts, please let them know that I do shop there.
Yeah,
You guys got
good on
Bunnings
you.
over there, don't you?
Yeah, mate, we got a new Bunnings. Geez, this is interesting content. We have a brand new Bunnings being built right now, mate. It's almost finished. And I'll be their first customer for sure. We've just had Mitre 10, which is a Kiwi big box store. That's all we have. Oh, we got a few others, but that's the primary one. Competition is good, man. I'm a big fan.
For our overseas viewers, because I do have quite a few overseas viewers, apart from ourselves, of course, Bunnings would be the equivalent of, in the United States...
I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's a hardware store. Massive hardware store.
Yeah. I was going to say Sears, but I said that once on a live stream. I got told that they went out of business. So that's not right.
Yeah, they're just like a Blockbuster, you know. You go into like Blockbuster from last year. Yeah.
Well,
kind of dates yourself, eh?
No, going back to CW, NoCo Tech says, I don't understand CW, but imagine a call ending in SOS. That would be pretty cool. Is it Hardware Depot or Home Depot in the US? I think it might be Home Depot, I believe. And
that's one, I think.
And Peter also says Bunnings almost killed off Mitre 10 in Australia. Well, they sort of have in this state. It's all Bunnings.
Yeah,
but, right. There was another comment that I wanted to show here as well, which was from Joseph VE3GKT.
He's another regular, man.
Yeah,
he's
Joe's
awesome.
great. Yeah, Joe's great. He didn't know whether to stay up past 2:30 in the morning in the other Commonwealth country in VE, Canada. I hope he's in Canada. Oh, no. I'm going to have to double check that he is in Canada. He could have.
VE is a Canadian prefix, right?
Yeah, but we've been talking about this. I mean, you never know. They might have changed something and we don't know. So,
what does QIZ say? Because, I mean, at the same time, he could be in Canada, but his QIZ could be old.
No,
it's hard to win sometimes.
Our fellow Commonwealth, VE3GKT, he wanted to stay around, but he may watch it on #Team Replay. So he wasn't sure about sacrificing sleep for it. So hopefully Joe is in the house. But if not, thank you for the comment.
So well written.
Home Depot.
Mate. Yeah, Home Depot. Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Hey, Peter, your videos are amazing, bud. Thanks for making them.
Yeah. Shout out Peter VK3Y. Check out Peter's
so
channel.
good,
He's doing a lot of content on the changes to amateur radio in Australia at the moment. So they are pretty interesting. What's going on with my hair back here? This is.
You got more hair than me, but don't worry too much. You look good.
No, well, I did check with before I come on air. I checked with wardrobe, and they said I look fine. But
yeah.
Just before he goes, Don says, hi, Hayden and Chris. Don's another one that always chimes in on our live streams and also our comments. Can only be around for a short bit. Eyelids are very heavy and need some sleep. So thank you, Don. Really appreciate you jumping in on all of our videos and live streams. It's good to have you in the house.
Thank you, mate.
Appreciate you. Check out. So we're already 20 minutes in and I haven't said a single thing about your channel. So why don't you...
doesn't bother me, bud.
Why don't you tell us about your channel, Radio Runner, and what you set it up for and what your plans are for it?
Sure. I have heaps of hobbies, and a lot of them are outdoors. And I don't have a whole lot of time. I don't have unlimited time, like all of us. And so I just kind of wanted to, basically, long story short, I just really love portable operating. And I love running and I love climbing hills. So I've been watching Peter's channel for years. And there's a couple, and like there's a lot of good content for amateur radio, but there isn't really content that's kind of like cinematic outdoorsy stuff, which and there's heaps of it these days where people go on like camping trips or they'll do survival things and they'll be out in the outdoors and it's just beautifully stunning. And it's not necessarily really informative, but it's entertaining. And I mean, I'm in prime time Lord of the Rings country, just surrounded by massive mountains. It's just stunning. And I've been here a long time, and every weekend I run up a big hill and look around, and it's ridiculous. It's just jaw-droppingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've also got little. Sorry, mate.
Like just sorry to interrupt. Like looking at
right.
look at this, some of this scenery here that you've captured on some of your videos. It's just absolutely amazing. Like,
yeah, and you can see the tallest mountain in Otago at the back there, and we climbed that center spire there, which was supposedly unclimbable. But yeah, I wanted to, and also I've got little kids, and they're small and they can't run very fast. And they're really interested in what I do. They're really interested in the radios, and they're really interested in being outdoors, but they're too small. So I kind of made these to show my kids to start with, and they're my biggest fans. But yeah, but more broadly, yeah, it's something that you can watch. It's entertaining. I try and shoot them as well as I can. You generally find that the harder the peak, the worse the video quality is, because I'm trying not to die. And it's hard to
like just then it just looked like you were about to fall off the cliff.
Some of the stuff's a bit weird, but
wow, what camera do you use? That looks amazing.
It's good, eh? It's just a GoPro. It's an old GoPro, but with a whole bunch of setting tweaks in it.
Yep.
And a bunch of post processing on it.
Yep.
But yeah, again, I'm trying to make radio cool a little bit. It's like I would love like 18-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids, or even 50-year-old kids, honestly, to look at it and think, hey man, this is great. I can take something that's normally this closeted thing where you go, oh yeah, you do amateur radio. Oh yeah, I do as well. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Let's hang it, and make it a little bit cooler, because you can put mountaineering into it, running into it, stuff, just make it a little bit more accessible for people that might think it's lame or not cool. And yeah, just trying to make just videos that you can sit down and they're entertainment. They're not like Peter's stuff's incredible for, his stuff's entertaining as well, but it's so informative. You learn so much. There's some kind of the pendulum swinging the other way, and I'm just looking for beautiful scenery that's upbeat with lively music, and you just kind of come along for the ride. And there's a whole bunch of humor in it, and yeah, that's basically it, man. That is a really long, it's a long description of what it is.
No, that's great. What I've done is I've chucked a link to your channel in the chat. So for those and for those watching as well, it'll be in the description below. So go ahead and subscribe to Chris's channel, Radio Runner, because that is just some stunning footage that we just saw just then. And you've got a lot of other videos as well. What was the other one I saw? I did see the one with the KX2 as well, so that's a great video too. So yeah, it's just some great scenery, and this is the kind of thing that I want to do, because obviously where I live, it doesn't compare to what you've got over there, but it is similar, and it's just great to be able to get outdoors and just to encourage other people to do that as well, and just show what amateur radio can be for those who are interested in that sort of thing. Oh no, that was the other video. It was this one with ZL4RA.
Oh yeah.
This guy was amazing, like
he's
just
great,
trekking
dude.
up these hills. So
yeah, it was so good, man. There was so much banter. So this is a guy that's been doing Someone's on the Air for a couple of years. He's been, I say it in the video, he's been around the sun a few times. And in Summits on the Air, every peak, the peaks are in height bands. And so there's 1-point peaks, 2-point peaks, 4-point, 6-point, 8-point, and 10-point peaks. And this guy has just done 1- and 2-point peaks. Totally cool, totally fine. But he just done all these little peaks, and he done one straightforward 4-pointer, and he really wanted to do an 8-point hill. And so yeah, he made a trip of it. He came down, and yeah, he did such a good job. But I sort of guided him up. Once he was in situ on top of this mountain, he was away. There's no stopping him. But it was such a funny video, and he was just so stoked. This is an 8-point hill. This is Mount Cardrona. It's a big bit of rock, and he gets up there. He has a great time. Once he gets it activated, he gets up and he starts yelling and screaming, and there's this funny stuff going on with the other hikers and stuff. And it's a really nice little piece about it, like an older guy that's, he doesn't run anywhere, and he's not super fast, but he's still doing it. He's getting out, he's getting involved, and yeah, it was really nice, really fun to make that.
I just put a link into that video into the chat again. So yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, you've got some great videos. So again, everyone, make sure that you go check out Chris's channel, because I've only just checked it out in the last few days, and as I said, I've watched probably about half a dozen videos. I've still got a couple of other videos that I've got to watch as well.
Oh, mate.
But,
thank you.
Very impressed. The one thing that I did realize though is you use the same you use the same bit of music on every single video. Is that just trying to save on the copyright, or just,
I'm really particular about it's just hard, man. Like
it is.
So it's funny you say that, because I've just done the first cut on another video, which is the second. So the association, our association's 6 years old, and we've done one 10-pointer in that time. I just did the second one last weekend. So monster trip.
One 10-pointer.
Yeah, we've done one in 6 years.
10-pointers are
It's
over
2,200. 2,200 meters.
Meters. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any 10-pointers in this state.
You get it's rebanded for every association.
So
it depends where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you've got little hills, it'll just be they'll just be smaller.
Yeah, sorry.
Totally
so
fine.
10-pointers must be, I think, over 1,200 meters here, because I think we've got two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes
sounds
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But
as I said, I'm a noob to SOTA. So.
Oh, dude, totally fine. But yeah, I went and signed up for like a premium music thing. Epidemic Sound, I think it was, and I spent 2 hours. Like, I'm bored of this music I'm running, so I went and signed up. I spent 2 hours listening to music, and I was like, oh man, I hate all this stuff. I listen to so much stuff, but it's just kind of, whose video it is. But the next one's like 20 minutes of music. There's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Adam K6ARK, he uses I believe he just uses the YouTube sound
library.
And the way that he makes his music mix with what he's showing on video, it's like, it's amazing. I'm like, oh, where'd you get that awesome music from? He's like, oh, YouTube.
Yeah. There's tons in there if people want to. Yeah, man, the whole YouTube malarkey, it's not as hard as it sounds, eh? So if anybody wants to, grab, I'm using like the stuff that that you can,
it's an iPhone or something, or an
exactly.
Android phone,
a phone. You can get some music from YouTube, have a crack at it. We need more content for sure.
Wild Cascader Radio, totally not driving right now. Well, you've had a little private conversation in the chat going, we're a bit concerned here at Ham Radio DX and Radio Runner. Just watch yourself on the road, all right? So, no, it's great.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, it would be. So let's go back to the question that Peter posed earlier.
Sure.
He said, looking forward to it. The video, could you ask Chris about how New Zealand's licensing and exam system is going, given its topical here, being in Australia? Yeah,
sure. So what do? We've got it hasn't changed in ages. So there's a public bank of questions. There's a boatload of them. We've got a multi-choice quiz that you go and sit. There's 60 questions, so 60 randomly selected questions from that pool.
When you say a public bank, that means that you can go in and view, and they will be the questions that you will get on the exam.
Yeah. But there's like
a large
600
pool.
Or 1,000 or
Oh, okay. Yep.
Like it's not. Yeah. There's not 60 questions and 60.
Yeah. I memorize them all.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But there's tons. I think I don't remember the exact numbers, but they're in sections. They might have like 8 topics or 10 topics or whatever, and then there might be 100 questions for each of those things, and then they might pull like 2 or 3 or 4 of them. That's the kind. Those numbers aren't right, but that's the kind of thing. So you need to get 40 of those right. They come out of a big public bank of questions. Once you've got that, there's no restrictions on the call you can get, as was previously mentioned. So you can grab any call that you want that's free. It has to have the suffix has to be 2 or 3 characters. So you can get AA or AAA. Once you've got your ticket, you have to hang out. You can use, what can you use? You can run on bands below 5 megs and above 25 megs. So you can run so you can run 80. It's not a very beginner friendly band, but technically you can run on 80 or top band. Or you can run, 10 meters or higher. And you've got to get 50, you need to log at least 50 contacts. So, but basically, I think the idea is you jump on your HT. You jump on your HT using generally line of sight. You bag at least 50 contacts, and you have to wait 3 months. And I think the general idea there is just that you've got that 3 months to learn the ropes, learn how to operate, hopefully have some mentors, hopefully have some good examples of people on your repeaters and stuff that do a good job, and they repeat the call sign every 10 minutes and they're good with the rovers and all that sort of jazz. Get involved on the repeater, get those contacts sorted out. And then, yeah, once 90 days is up, provided you've got at least 50 of those contacts, you're good to go. And you can run on all of you got full band privileges, and you can output a kilowatt, 1,000 watts worth of angry pixies. And that's really it.
Well, one of the questions that, so, and you've only got, I can't remember, you might have just said this, but you've only got one class of license, don't you? You don't have multiple classes. Yeah.
600 questions in the pool? That sounds about right.
600 questions in the pool, and also getting 50 contacts on the national repeater system in 3 months isn't hard.
Oh yeah, I don't have access to the national system. So
is that because your geographical location?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I have heard of the national repeater system over there, and apparently it runs quite well, because I'm a administrator of one of our repeater systems here, which is across our state, which has received quite a few comments on about how good it runs and how efficient it runs. And I know that the national system, I think, is a 70 centimetre system in New Zealand that's all linked from pretty much the North Island all the way down south, I think, from when I looked at it. So, yeah. Oh,
that's yeah.
And that's another comment that we got as well, is that ZL. So what happened recently with 60 metres over there? You just lost that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that was devastating, man. I was really upset. Yeah, and you did right. It is UHF. I had to check that because I never use it, but it is UHF.
Yeah, that was just off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh, you're amazing, dude. He crushed it. The 60. Oh, I know. I can tell from here. We're only 12,000 kilometers away.
12,000? 12,000 meters.
Yeah.
17,000 meters.
What have we? So we got trial access to 60 to 5 megs. And I, off the top of my head, I think it was 2018, maybe. Might have been later. It doesn't really matter. We got access to 60. It was amazing. If you haven't been on 60, it's such a good band. It's such a reliable band. It's very rare that 60 is not cracking, especially for inverts, because that's kind of what it's good for. But just incredible, and we used it all the time for some months on the year as an inverse band. And geez, it was so good, ultra reliable. Like I came from the bottom of the South Island. I'd reach out the whole South Island. Really good. So we all loved it. Oh, and also it's easy. Like it's much easier to get an antenna up for 60 than it is for 80. It's just so much less wire, as you can imagine. And
what are the noise levels like on 60 meters?
I'm going to say
to 40 and 80.
Yeah, well, see, I'm a bit of an odd duck because I don't operate at home. So I operate in the middle of nowhere where noise floor is always 0 unless there is a lightning storm, in the Tasman or something. So every band, as far as I'm concerned, is S0. But I don't think it was too bad. I don't think it was. I used it a couple of times at home. I have a terrible noise floor at home, but I'm pretty sure it was good. And none of the home stations were complained about noise on 60. But yeah, we had it. We used it QRP all the time. It was fantastic. It didn't get renewed. So we just lost that. We lost that a few months ago. But that's probably the only real change to like the New Zealand licensing and regulation stuff that we've had in ages. It's been the same for a long time, but 60's cracker. And yeah, it's the New Zealand Defence Force. I believe it's theirs. They have a big section of the band, and we had permission on two like set frequencies to run. Awesome band.
Yeah, we tried to apply for 60 meters here in VK, but they knocked us back just recently, I think, sad. As well. So, yeah, we've been struggling to try and get some privileges. We've been losing bands left, right, and center, and trying to get a kilowatt of trying to get a kilowatt of power is also a difficult thing as well. DX Scotland says noise level here is much better on 60 than on 40 and 80. I'm assuming that's in Scotland.
Yeah, right.
And we've also got Dusty, ZL2 Toy, TOY. Man, I'm so
I don't know that course name. Hey, Dusty, what's up, man?
Yeah, good to have another Kiwi in the house. So we need to. It's good to see you there, and yeah, rewatch from the start. We didn't really say anything of interest, did we?
No, it was pretty much just absolute nonsense the whole time, my friend. But go and watch it anyway.
Yeah, definitely do that. Now, so that's who DX Scotland is. It's Chris GM4ZJI. I have seen Chris in the chat before. So
on 60,
changing your YouTube names, I've seen. So
all right, is that on 60, mate? DX Scotland.
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, so that's
that's very
good.
impressive.
Oh, and Dusty's new. He's having issues with his Baofeng.
Well, they're fantastic units. There's a few feature slots in my videos about Baofengs. Fantastic radios.
And we'll say hello. So Xavier Smith, I went for my amateur radio test at the end of January. I'm now waiting for the ACMA to put my call sign in the database. Congratulations. Awesome. Welcome
so good,
to
man.
the hobby. And so hopefully soon he'll get his foundation license.
Wicked.
That
good
is
job,
great.
man.
Dusty is having many issues with my Baofeng. It's getting recycled.
Oh, sad face emoji. That sucks, man.
DX Golfin says yes, so that's in relation to 60 meters, so that's great.
Very impressive, because I'm pretty sure we were output limited on 60. I'm pretty sure we could only run 10 watts or something. So that's pretty impressive.
And Brent Johnson, hello from Texas, USA, Texas.
Hey, Mr. Brent, what's up, man?
Wow, it must be late there.
So
very late. Our good friend, I would have expected our good friend Jason, KC2HWB from KC5HWB from Ham Radio 2.0 to be on, but no.
It's hurtful.
Brent is leading the Texas team there, so.
Man, that must be what time? I'm going to Google that.
Yeah.
Time in Texas. What is it? Jeez, it's 2 in the morning, my friend. You animal.
That's great. That is
good on you, bud.
Good work.
Jeez, I would be passed out on the floor. Yes, sir. What's up?
So now, one of the things that we were going to talk about was the fact that both you and I, despite being blood. Start again.
Yep, I know what you're about to say, and I agree.
Let me edit that out. Basically, blood brothers. You would think that we both speak the same, but obviously our accents are a little bit different. And I think, and I believe now, this is a fact that. The New Zealand accent is the sexiest accent in the world. That is actually a fact. Let me
True
Google
fact,
it.
bud. That's not alternate facts. That is a fact.
Yep. And we need to. Where did you dig
that
We just
up?
need to confirm this. We need to go to. Where is it?
How many amateurs in Kiwi land are not that many? Not that many. I don't know the exact number, but it's hundreds. It's not thousands.
VK Radio, a great member of the channel. How many amateurs in Kiwi land? How many are there?
Far fewer than I would like there to be. That is for sure. I haven't got the call book with me. Like I don't know where my call book is, but I look at it and you see the number of ZL4s particularly, and there's not that many.
No, well, we can get the answers because we do have the power of Google, which is something that we really love. So New Zealand as of 1994. Okay, so we've got up-to-date information here on the channel.
One of the best.
It says that there's 6,000. So,
and that was 94, was it?
Yeah.
Crikey.
We might need... So if we've got some ZLs who are in the know, can you please update the Wikipedia page for amateur radio operators so that we can make
I'll
sure
let the president know immediately, mate, of NZART. We can't have that sort of sorted.
No,
it's probably it might have gone down, to be honest.
Well, Jacinda, she might log in and she can update that. She's got the facts at her
Prime Minister is doing. I'm sure she'll be into that in the morning. She doesn't. Don't worry about the COVID response. We'll get this updated. Priority 1, and then we'll carry on.
As I was saying, New Zealand take out top spot for the sexiest accent of 2019. Australia comes in 5th, which like who's above it? Like South African, Irish, and Italian. Like no disrespect to them, but really. Anyway, I'm actually surprised that we're at 5. We should be much lower than that. But anyway, so
I'm surprised that there's any difference really, because you talk to DX, you talk to people that are offshore, and they can't tell the difference, mate. They got no idea. So I'm surprised there can be that much of a difference.
So what we've got here is I got sent this before we went on air here by Scott VK4CZ, and I thank you very much, Scott, for sending this to. It's how to
4CZ. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, VK4CZ.
I worked him last weekend.
He's
on top of Mount Larkins.
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine and great supporter of the channel, Scott. So he tagged me in this and he said, make sure you get Chris to go through this. So it's how to speak Kiwi. So we've got some... This is for our viewers who so that we can understand how to say the words correctly, so that we
Right.
have the sexiest accent in the world,
Uh-huh.
because that's what we want. So the first one there we've got is pesticide. Now, what's pesticide?
Yeah, right. So, this isn't far from my accent, but it's not quite the same. Do you want me to just run these out, bud, one at a time?
May as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, the first one's pesticide, which is a pesticide.
Yeah,
for killing things.
I'll do the translating.
All right. Oh, cool.
I'll translate for you.
Okay.
If that
Here's
works.
the next one. It's pigs.
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 Pugs.
What are those?
Hang on, did you say pigs or pugs?
We're on number 2, my friend.
Oh, I thought we're on
2.
3.
See, that's how confusing it is.
Pigs.
Yeah, we're on pigs.
Yeah, pigs.
What are those? What are those, mate?
They're pigs.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to read it?
No.
They're
I'm reading the orange and you're reading the black, right?
Pigs are things where bacon comes from.
No, that's the next one.
No,
so number 3
list,
is pugs.
Yeah, so according to the list, we'll go back to pigs because that's confusing everybody. We use that to hang out washing.
That's right. After that, we've got pugs.
Yeah, so that's...
Those are actually pigs.
They're actually pigs.
Roger. Then we've got... what do we got? Oh, yeah. Suspect.
Suspect.
Sorry. That's a suckspuck.
Yeah, suckspuck. Yeah, don't worry, I read that wrong.
Yeah.
This next one's a common one, though.
Oh, this one sucks.
Yeah, which is one less than 7. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
socks.
actually 7.
7 socks.
10? See, now I'm locking on.
Yeah, now you're one of us. Of us. Tin is
10. Yeah, 10.
virgin.
Yeah,
virgin.
we skipped over beers.
Beers.
Yeah, beers. They're right. They're
beers?
big. They're big bears.
This one's a cracker. McCunnock.
McCunnock is a good one.
McCunnock.
The other one, which is actually not on the list, is Subaru.
Oh yeah, Subaru. Subaru.
Yeah, we say Subaru, but apparently it's Subaru.
Yeah, it's all Subaru, mate, down here. Subaru.
There's a couple of other theirs as well, but probably the one
767.
767. Oh yeah, I didn't see that one there. But Fush is the big one.
Fush is that? That's it. Fush.
Yeah,
Fettuccine. Fush.
But it has to be Fush and chops.
Yeah, well, without the other, it's nothing.
Yeah,
button.
This
is
we can't trust this list.
Yeah, this is a highly regionalized thing. This is there are 6 people that sound like this.
Okay.
As I say,
and that's every amateur in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, that's all the ZL4s, my friend. That's all of us.
So,
the trick to being able to speak like that is just not opening your mouth
yeah.
and putting in no effort. Trying to communicate with another human being with no movement, no facial expression, no tongue movement, and just a total lack of disregard, and then you'll sound like that. Just fush.
And now
push,
on the other flip side, I just like to call this laziness, which is our accent. So ours is pretty. We don't really have an accent. It actually sounds like it sounds, but we just decided that we want to make up different words to mean to just, I don't know, sound different. It's just weird.
I can probably do these better than the Kiwi ones, mate. Barbie, Giddy, Bogan, Bonza, Bottle Shop, Dag, Dunny, Fair Dinkum, G'day, Galar, Goon, Heaps, Mate, Pash, Ripper, Sheila, Stubby, Struth, Crikey, Stoked, Thongs, and Tucker.
Oh. I'm not sure if any of those actually had the real accent to it, though.
Probably
Barbie.
Perfect.
Say Barbie.
I thought I crushed that. You have to say BLO in front to get into frame to say any of these things. Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie was pretty good.
Pretty good. It was amazing. It was amazing.
So,
Hogan.
Hello to Connect VK, as long as he's not inviting us to play on his deck. So
on his deck?
We won't talk about that.
Oh, that's a whole thing.
Demonetized already. So.
We're only talking about somebody's... it was a good advert. I did appreciate that advert very much.
Yeah. It is a
Yeah,
good advert.
there was a certain advert regarding a deck, a wooden deck.
Yeah. And again, if you want to, go down to your local Bunnings warehouse where you can get stain for your deck and make
Fixings,
sure that you...
timber,
Yep.
hardwood, everything you need.
One of my favourite New Zealand YouTubers is actually Mitre 10 in New Zealand. I love listening to him. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, the guy that does the like the guides.
I just love it that their slogan is easy as. Just come into Mitre 10, easy as.
Easy as.
And then he's like, okay, today, I'll try and do the accent. He's like, okay, today, guys, we're going to be building... Oh, no, that sounds South African. He goes, today, guys, we're going to be building a 4-bedroom house. Easy as. So, okay, cool. You're going to do that in your half-an-hour segment on YouTube?
I've I followed a bunch of those in real life, mate. They're good guides. I've crushed it.
Yeah.
No,
the other one that I like, one of my favourite movies as well is Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh, mate, what a cracker film. That's such a good film. Yeah.
If our viewers have not seen Hunt for the Wilder People, definitely watch that. And there is one scene in that movie, and you'd know this, Chris, it's the funeral scene where they're in the funeral parlor and he's talking about he just starts talking about Coke, chips, Fanta, and LMP.
Oh yeah.
It's just I just
there are too many great scenes in that film. Good.
It's a special form of humor that you need to acquire the New Zealand humor, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's being very polite of you. But it's a cracker, man. It's such a good film. I think I watched that on a long haul flight one time and I was just giggling my pants off. It was so funny. So, but yeah, I think you could quite easily watch that without any sort of context and just think it was the weirdest thing you'd ever seen in your life. Like, what? These people
what
are
is
idiots.
This guy doing?
What? That's not. Is he saying fish? What is this? Huh?
Psycho Sam.
yeah.
So we've got some more comments as well here in the chat. So Dusty says that there's at least 3 of us, so I'm assuming he means ZLs. And welcome to all our ZLs in the chat. Great to have you in.
Yeah, man.
We've got hello from Lebanon. Lebanon, wow, that's great to have you on. And I do apologise if I do not pronounce your name correctly. Eli El Kadi, I think that's correct. So welcome.
Good on you.
Wild Cascadia Radio says #HamSexy. That's what we're all about here. We're on top of that, you might say.
Yeah, we're ample in that regard.
1 less than 7. They love that one.
7 socks and 7. I can't even.
The Noco Tech says used to live in Lower Hutt.
Stunner.
Solidly funny.
Lower Hutt's part of Wellington, the capital, bottom of the North Island. And I was there a few weekends ago. I did a video.
Yeah. Yep. Check out Radio Runner's channel.
It took me so long to get used to the Kiwi accent. How's that right? Well, it's very sexy, so I think it's time well spent, apparently.
We've also got so we got some more Fish and Chops.
Chops.
Absolutely love this. Great.
There's a really good video you should go on that you brought up before. Maybe we don't play it, but you should definitely go check out this. There's a particular video that has a whale involved that can be linked.
I won't play it, but but you just point me to, and I'll put the link in the description. Not in the description, in the chat, so that people can check that out.
So good.
Yeah, send it to me in the chat, and then we'll pop that in. Brent Johnson says, "How about Bob's your uncle?" Everyone's got an uncle called Bob around here, so
that's right. We have the same. We have the same one, in fact. So it's just so easy.
Is it the same uncle?
Oh, definitely for us.
Yeah,
because we're related. It's the same, right?
I think that's how the blood relationship with us works.
Yeah, I think
it's through Bob.
Yeah. Bob got around. Bob had a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? you want me to punch this into the video chat or
friends? Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, pop
Video
that.
chat. All right, here it goes.
Pop that in the StreamYard chat, and then I can pop
sweet.
it. Actually, no, I may as well. If you put it into the chat, and then I can add you as a moderator.
All right, here it comes.
How about that?
Ready, steady, stand back. This is a powerful video, guys. Bink.
On the show once, and all of a sudden you're a power user. You're a
Out
moderator.
of control. Out of control.
Where's the comment? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it hasn't come up.
I must be behind. I
Maybe.
mean, we are 2 hours. No, you're behind. You're 2 hours behind us. That doesn't work.
Yeah, it's no, we're 2 hours ahead, aren't we? I'm on top chat, so maybe my message is deemed so lame that it hasn't come up in your top chat. You had to change it to live chat, maybe.
No, mine's to the bottom.
No,
bear with us for these technical issues. I'm sure
we know what we're doing. Well, I don't, but I'm.
You might have. If you sent a link, it wouldn't have popped up because I haven't added you as a moderator yet.
I'm going to chuck it into private chat, man. There you go, bud.
Just chuck a random comment into the live chat, and then I'll say
Extreme banana shortage. There it is. That is not spam.
You could have just said deck.
I could have said deck, but I said extreme banana shortage because I felt it was more relevant.
I think it's been flagged as spam. Oh no, here we go. Okay, now you're a moderator. Now you can add the link in.
All right. All banana related content is now spam. Here I come, stand back. Prepare to be amazed by some absolute YouTube brilliance. See, I didn't open my mouth when I said that. I had to stop, breathe,
and think about
it. And use my words, as they say.
I do have.
Oh no, this is Jason John.
I haven't seen it come up, but I'll definitely link it in again into the chat, just in case yours doesn't work. So there it is anyway.
I can see yours.
Yep. So we've got some more comments that we'll get through. Where did we get to? I don't. What is lidocaine?
What?
Some lidocaine. You've got a nice Kiwi accent.
Lidocaine.
I hope that's not.
Is that
I have
bad?
no idea what that is. Yeah, if that's bad, then.
How's it? I can't see the thing.
And
I'm not going to Google it because I don't want the CIA to show up. You know what I'm saying?
Jason Jones, welcome to the chat, and thank you for joining us. What you Kiwis need to bring to Australia is Southern sushi.
Oh, right.
Chris needs to educate us Aussies what Southern sushi, what a Jaffa is too. So tell us about Southern sushi.
Do you know what it is, mate?
No.
It's cheese rolls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds a bit bland.
When you put the onion, is it onion dip or there's a special ingredient and it's $9.30. So I'm going to say it's $9.30 and I'm tired, so I don't remember the secret ingredient. But actually, it's because it's top secret. But there are multiple secret ingredients that make Southern sushi just a magical thing. I'm not sure if it would be legal to really bring it to Australia. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if the Australian people are ready for it.
Might get stuck at customs, I think.
Yeah, there might be a customs issue, and also it's pretty powerful stuff, mate. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. So I think we'll maybe in the future. What was the second one? Oh, Jaffa.
Jaffa.
Yeah, there you go.
From Auckland.
Dusty's got it.
Oh. Okay, I had no idea. So that's great. So next time I visit New Zealand, I can go to Auckland. I can go, "How are you, Jaffa?" And I won't get punched in the face.
I mean, that's marginal, mate. Anything could happen. It's a big place.
Depends on how you say it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, your intent and and your body language. But a lot of those Kiwi accent, that image we looked at before with all the pronunciations, a lot of that's best said with a West Auckland accent. Auckland being, yeah.
What movie is this? What movie is this? We were talking about Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, that's it. Or it could be talking about the live stream, in which case it's the best movie of all time.
That's right. Just not as we just don't earn as much money on this show.
And there's fewer effects. I'm not going to say no special effects, but just fewer.
Oh, we've got this. Oh, now so we were talking about Beach Daz before the show.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to use that as an example, but unfortunately we probably can't play it on the show because it is a YouTube video and we don't want to get into any copyright issues. But if you haven't checked out Beach Daz, that sort of epitomizes New Zealand comedy right there, I think. As far as the accent's concerned. So definitely check out Beach Daz.
Yeah, and it's a special one as well. It's a cricket one that was linked to. It's not the original.
Yeah, well, cricket. So let's talk about cricket for a sec, because cricket is very important in this country.
Sure.
And also in your country. There's a great rivalry between, I mean, arguably rugby's probably more.
Yeah, I mean, rugby is a better game, but cricket's a great game too.
Unfortunately, I live in a
southern
state.
Shots fired, guys. Shots fired.
I live in a southern state, so we don't really play rugby down here. We play Australian rules football. But
but
cricket is a game. It's definitely a game.
It is a game.
It's played on a field, and basically it's a bunch of guys who walk around on the field rubbing balls on their pants all day to get the shine.
And they're colourful. The people, the lads are colourful, and the ladies, they're colourful, and also the balls are colourful too.
Yep, and they've got stumps. So
you can stump someone.
You can stump someone. You can also bowl them. So that's another thing that you can do. I'm boring myself with this. Basically,
it's a great game though. Trust us.
It's the equivalent of baseball here, sort of. But
yeah, it's the equivalent. Yeah,
and you have to run. You have to run between the stumps, back and forth. But you actually don't run between the stumps. You run between the crease.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I actually played this game and I can't explain it. So
yeah, it's not a confusing game at all, though, is it? You know, like I feel like you've nailed the summation of this game.
Oh, it's not a confusing game, because all you've got to understand is that the right arm seamer comes over the wicket bowling towards the right-handed batsman who faces up, takes guard, and basically hits for six. So
yeah, that's right. Beamers all day.
Yep, beamers all day, and the wicket keeper.
Head it to the guy at silly mid wicket, and you're away.
Yep. Deep long on and deep mid off.
Yeah, straight to the slips.
Hit to point, and also to square leg.
Could be a bit of LBW action, probably in danger there.
Yeah, make sure that you hit him on the PIDs.
Yep. Yeah, take it on the PIDs.
Yeah,
and if we've got a problem, we'll take it to the third umpire. Might be a bit of sledging involved.
Yep.
And
send it back to the sheds. Send it back to the sheds.
And the better team will win on the day.
So basically, good evening and good night to all of our USA and viewers. They've just gone cricket. Right, we're out.
Oh Lordy.
Let's go back to some comments here. Brent Johnson says, Hayden, were you on Ham Radio 2.0 live stream? Yes, I was. We were discussing the IC-705 and setting it up with WSJT. Nice. I think I started following you from that stream, so thank you very much for following my channel. Don't forget, go over to Radio Runner. You must subscribe to Radio Runner. That is the key thing that you need to do tonight. There has been...
Or you could learn about cricket. If you learned about cricket and didn't subscribe, I'd be just as happy.
You definitely could learn about cricket. There is links again in the chat, so go and subscribe. And Brent does say Bob was busy. He was very busy. So we've got some more comments. There's lots of comments going here. No code, great stuff, fantastic show. We're actually surprised how well it's going.
Yeah, geez, I was thinking flames, explosions, just total disaster, power cuts, bad internet.
We do have some comments about cricket further down, so we'll get to those in a minute. Dusty says it's what dentists use to numb your mouth.
Oh, that makes so much sense now. Right, the comments about not opening your mouth. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Yep, gotcha.
So we're not demonetized yet.
No, it's what dentists use. Oh,
good.
In case it comes out of context. No, that's okay. We are a family-friendly show here. We just need to make sure that we need to put that out there, and we don't want to be talking about anything that's untoward, such as taking on the PIDs or staining your dick.
Yeah, or straight into the box. Split your box.
Yeah.
Bad times. Bad times.
Yeah, so there is. So for those that don't understand, that is actually a protector cup, which batsmen have to wear, and wicketkeepers have to wear as well. That is an essential a piece of equipment, a bit of PPE for the cricketers that go out onto the field.
Some of the keen fielders wear them as well, just in case on a bad day.
Ivan will shout out again, Connect VK, Australia's newest ham radio store. Ivan, I recently went on a vacation to New Zealand. I had an amazing time, but everyone kept pointing out my religion.
Oh, really?
Every person I ran to said Hebrew.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Hebrew? Hebrew? Yeah, that's a great joke. I love that.
I'm sorry to hear that, and also lol.
Bit of comic relief on the show. I should read.
I
should read these comments before displaying them, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I was going to play that seriously, and then I just couldn't do it.
No, we don't take
Hebrew.
We don't take we don't take anything seriously in these two countries.
And it's the best way to be, really.
Oh, hello to Andy. Andy has joined us. Andy Cowley, great to have you on the channel. Always great to have
first
you
guy.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, first guy.
What's up, Andy?
No one said first in the chat today.
Oh, you're
I was
joking.
quite surprised no one said first in the chat.
Andy, buddy, where were you, my friend?
My joke is I actually put 5/8. So,
right.
Or half. Or quarter.
-16.
What have we got here? Dusty says, just don't bring up sandpaper. No, let's not talk about that.
Oh, with no politics, guys.
That was a disgrace. Almost as bad as bowling underarm.
That's already been discussed, but we don't have to talk about that either.
No, Noco Tech talks about the All Blacks, so that is the New Zealand rugby team. They are a great team. And
thank you for saying so.
Surprisingly, I can say that because I don't care about rugby. So
I don't actually care either, mate. To be perfectly honest, but
I care more about cricket. So, but the All Blacks are the rugby team, and the Black Caps are the cricket team. And the Black Caps are a very, very good cricket team. They have one of the world's best batsmen. Brent says cricket lasted several days last time I was down under, so that is one thing that we did forget to mention. The game
only
does go for
several
5 days.
Only several? That's a short game, mate.
Yeah, he must have been watching a game with England and India.
Yeah,
England and India only lasted 2 days.
Yeah, that's it.
So
yeah, that's a shorty.
You wear tennis clothes. You don't wear tennis clothes.
So yeah, you don't wear shorts.
No,
generally, if you're talking Test cricket, you're wearing whites and you're covered in grass stains, and you're just suffering heat stroke the whole time.
And if you're playing one day or T20 cricket, you're in colourful clothes.
Yeah, you look like a neon sign. Yeah,
yeah, especially our local team. Our local team's colours purple in the Big Bash tournament. It is the Hobart Hurricanes. So another advert for the YouTube algorithm. Hobart Hurricanes.
Go the Canes. Let's go.
Go the Canes. Yeah,
but it's a more of a modern sporting thing. But now the team logo's half the size of all the sponsorship logos. For the uninformed, they look at it at a sport team jersey and they're like, "What's the name of the team?" Oh, the Vodafone. Oh, right, Vodafone. Cool.
Yeah,
What's the name of the team? Well, the Bunnings. Oh, yeah, I support the Bunnings team. Yeah.
Bunnings don't sponsor any team in this country. They should.
Terrible.
Benjamin, while growing up in Australia, which is Australia, the first requirement is you play cricket at Xmas with the fam. No, that is technically correct, but incorrect. The first requirement is that you play backyard cricket.
Yeah.
At Christmas.
Not first class.
No. Righto, guys. Outside, let's go check the quality of the pitch and
let's get some 135k balls. We'll start with those, and then we'll work out from there.
And we'll be done on the 30th of December. So the game will be finished.
Yeah, the ham will still be good, guys.
Just in time for New Year's.
Yeah. But you've just got to make sure you've got multiple tennis balls for that backyard cricket, mate, because there's always a couple of people that get a bit carried away and start roofing balls, knocking them over the neighbour's shed. You'll never see them again.
You get the tennis ball and you tape one side with duct tape to get the swing.
Big swing all day. Yeah.
The Aussies cheat cricket all the time with their underarm bowling. Thank you for that comment.
One time.
Thank you for that comment.
And we've all forgotten about it as well. No one talks about
it. Hayden, the sport team name of some national Kiwi team are really funny. The badminton team New Zealand's called the Blackhawks.
Is that right?
Okay. I definitely should be reading the comments before popping them up.
Yeah, the things you learn.
Brent has subscribed to Radio Runner, so that is great.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm just amazed you're still awake, my friend. Good lordy, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Two of them must be crazy, mate. Good on you.
Here's another New Zealand national treasure: the Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah.
Are you aware of Flight of the Conchords?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
They are. Course. You're saying that like you know that you should, but they are a duo comedy music well, what are they? A comedy duo. So they are
that's it. They're amazing.
Quite funny. They are. Oh, Robbie. Robbie is in the house. Robbie EI2 IP. Love the North Island. Had the best fly fishing ever.
Man.
Lake Taupo.
Mm-hmm.
Rotorua. Hoping to get back again. I would move there in the morning. My girlfriend is from Taupo, so
right on.
I've never been to New Zealand, but and obviously with the whole COVID thing, it's been very difficult to travel anywhere. We would have obviously gone, but due to restrictions, we haven't been to. But I have seen photos, and I do really look forward to going to Taupo. So that should be great.
Yeah, I do heaps of or used to do heaps of fishing, heaps of fly fishing. I'm by the Matara River. That's a river, which is a really famous trout fishing river. But down at Queenstown and Athol and stuff, were amazing trout fishery. And Taupo's great as well. Big fish in around Taupo.
And Whites is what they meant. I know zero about cricket. That's fine. We know zero about a lot of things. I mean, we've spent probably the last half an hour talking about cricket rather than radio. So, Dusty has made a request. Does this stream happen every Friday? I'm loving this. We will have to talk to our respective managers.
Yeah, and the sponsorship team will have to get involved. We'll need wardrobe to step aside. The audio team will have to be involved. We'll need some more special effects if that's the case.
My sound engineer's got a thing on Fridays. He was just free tonight.
Normally it's pub. It's a thing that rhymes with pub, right? That he has.
Yeah, that's right.
Mine's the same.
That rhymes with pub. That worries me. I do believe that is the case, but he didn't want me to share it on air.
Sorry, Jason. I'm really sorry, Jason.
But we will consult and discuss and see how we go. So
we'll talk to the PM about it as well. Once that Wikipedia entry gets updated, that'll be the second order of business. Each
respective PM. So our Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who cares what he thinks, but we'll ask Jacinda, and Jacinda will definitely make a decision on that. So and thank you to the PM for watching, of course, every Ham Radio DX video that she watched.
She's normally quite quiet in the comments, but she's definitely there.
Yeah, that's right. And we know that she's a big fan of the show, so we do appreciate that. Hayden, do you like AFL or footy? Yes, I do. I support the North Melbourne Kangaroos, which at the moment is a bit of a shame. But yes, I do follow AFL. So unfortunately, that we have tried to introduce that code to other countries. We've played videos. We've played games in China, but we've also played several games in New Zealand. It just hasn't caught on. Something about being called the Australian Football League means it doesn't really carry on. Doesn't really catch on in other countries. So
I know
much
so
about
little.
AFL.
Well, mate, I know the outfits are kind of funny. Short shorts back in the day, anyway. But no, I mean, I can. Yeah. I mean, I can have a good yell and scream at an AFL game, like any Australian. But no, it's kind of it's a little bit like watching baseball for me. I'm half aware of what's going on. I recognize the shape of the ball, and I know the posts look vaguely familiar. But no, it's really like you say, it's really not. We've got a league, we play a bit of league.
Rugby league,
as does Australia. Sorry, rugby league.
Yeah, because you got rugby union, rugby league.
Yeah.
The interesting thing you said about screaming at the football, that is a very unique sound, and I think it's a unique sound only to Australia, where you can have 100,000 people in a stadium and they are all shouting at the same time the same word, and that is ball, which is a rule in AFL called holding the ball. Now, if you're at the stadium and that happens for the first time, it's quite an unusual experience, because you usually don't get, well, when I say 100,000, say half, say 50,000 people all shouting the same word at the same time. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, so, right.
Quite an experience.
Yeah, normally it's just discord and just nonsense. Just
Dusty,
a wash.
Dusty is on the phone to Jacinda right now. He's giving her a call personally.
Thank you. It's a bit late in the day, but I appreciate you doing that.
She may be asleep because it is 20 to 10 over in New Zealand.
The PM's very busy, obviously,
yeah,
dealing with COVID response and new mum and all that jazz. But
Yeah.
so just tread lightly, my friend. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll
Maybe
go
leave
well.
a message. Maybe leave a
Yeah,
message.
I would. Yeah, I might have send a text first.
Let's we'll go back to some radio content for a minute.
No idea what I'm talking about.
Jason says, have you tried JS8 Call and what are your opinions of it? Do you think it complements FT8 or hinder it? I have not tried JS8 Call.
I haven't either, mate. I'm keen to give it a shot, but it's not such a prevalent portable mode. It's
Even
like
FT8's
that.
not like that though, is it?
Nah,
Like,
FT8's such a pain. It's a real pain. Yeah, I mean, I've got the kit here for it. I've had the kit here to do it with a Raspberry Pi and stuff for a good few months, and I haven't done it. But mind you, having said that, because I do a lot of CW now, it's it kind of takes the shine off FT8. Because if you're used to just running SSB, this is such a we segued back into radio so hard. Very well done. If you're running SSB, FT and you're having trouble getting contacts, QRP or whatever, FT8 has it's hugely beneficial, right? Because you just it's just so much more efficient over voice. But if you're able to run CW, it's not such a big jump. Like the jump between SSB and FT8 is just gigantic. Whereas the jump between CW and FT8 is nowhere near as big. But no, I'm keen to give it a shot. The old JS8 Call. What do you think about it?
No, well, I've only had experience with FT8, so I haven't tried JS8 Call either, and I do need to look into it. It's the hard thing with all of these modes and all of these. We've got so much variety in amateur radio now with what you can do. Sometimes it's hard to get around to everything. Sometimes
sure.
I'll have someone say, "Oh, have you tried this out? Have you tried that out?" And I just haven't had time, and I just haven't done it. It's like CW. I really want to try and learn CW. I just haven't had the time to do it. So that's definitely. And I heard you talking to Steve KM9G the other day about there's a podcast or something on Spotify where you can listen to it. So that might be something that I can definitely look at doing, because while I'm walking to work or going to and from work, I can just listen to the dits and the dars in my earphones rather than pop music.
Or cricket commentary, mate.
Cricket commentary. Andy says, what Super Rugby team do you support?
Highlanders, mate. Please.
Highlanders.
Like
I don't support any.
I honestly don't watch that much. But that they're the Otago team. I'm an Otago.
Dusty said, this show's about radios. Yeah, it surprised us too.
I mean, until I had no idea. But the thing about CW is that it would be amazing if you could FT8 from Android. It would be. Actually, I'm going to have a play around with some stuff, because you can run WSJDX on NIX. You can run it on Linux, and you should be able to emulate. You should be able to emulate Linux on your Android app. So I'm sure there's there must be like a Ubuntu for an Android type app you can run, and then potentially set the application inside of that, so that you could use a phone, because that is it's such a pain to just the kit, man, just having that computer and stuff. If you could chuck your phone in, just use your phone on a portable op, it'd be so much better. But as I say, the CW thing just makes it a lot easier. You've already got access to a really efficient mode. It's good stuff, man. But it's so hard. Right. And checking out JS8 Call is way harder than learning CW.
Yeah.
Sorry, other way around.
And I mean, I run iOS, so that's just out of the question. There'll never be an app for that. So, but well, if anyone's watching, you can develop an app. That'd be great. I'm sure that you'd make lots of downloads.
I'd use it if there was a Droid port for the stuff. But
Jason says our segue into amateur radio was very hard. Invoices in the post, payment is green stamp only. That's absolutely fine.
We'll take anything, mate. We'll take anything.
Oh, we just.
Well, I will.
Well, I have standards, but
not over the ditch, mate. It's all pretty easy over here. Very casual.
Now, what is? We need to clear up that too. What is over the ditch?
Over the Dutch. Over the Dutch.
The Dutch is a very large body of water between our respective countries. So that's basically what it is. It's a big ditch in the sea.
Keeps us away from each other. Keeps it civil,
Yeah, you know, those family things when
Yeah,
Bob tries to
like-
get us together.
Yeah, the cricket games, you know, that makes them a little easier.
Yeah. I think cricket games are the only times, though, where Australia and New Zealand actually come together
Yeah, maybe.
after the game when it's finished.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Of course. Yeah, of course. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah.
Goodness
It's
gracious.
fierce until the end.
Now, did we definitely linked that video, didn't we, to your channel that you wanted to show? We did that.
Which, I'm not sure.
That was the
I linked
video.
the cricket chops one.
No. This was the video in relation to the whale that was in it.
Yeah, that was in there. The whale one is in there.
Yes. Ah, that is the one. I actually
Cricket
didn't look
chops.
at the link. I thought it was on your channel. That's okay. All good.
No,
All
not the
good.
cricket chops. Not the whale video.
No. So we're running up now. It's getting rather late where Chris is, so we'll let him go because, we don't want to keep you up all night. Thank you very much for joining me on the show tonight. It's been great to have you on.
No worries,
we've
man.
just talked about all sorts of stuff tonight, and it's been great. Thank you, everyone who's been watching as well. I think we've had about 20 to 25 people on, which is great. And Brent says, this has been lovely. Glad I ran across the stream tonight. All the best. KO5HXM. So
Thank you,
forget,
mate.
subscribe to Radio Runner. That's the main thing that you need to do before you shut down the stream. Go to Radio Runner. Links in the chat and in the description, and subscribe to Chris. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you again.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night or day or whatever. See ya.